Hi guys, welcome to today's video. We are going to continue from where we left off the other time, where we brought in the OR operator also in the conditional block of the where. So today we are going to try to see whether it's possible to combine both the OR and the AND operators in the conditional block. The simple answer is yes, but the problem is the order of placement. How you place these two operators in the conditional block is very important. So now let's move straight to Workbench and let me show you something. So we are in Workbench at the moment. This is where we ended our last query. Now, for instance, if we want to say select all employees with the first name Elvis, which I can copy from here. I think that will be faster. Copy. I'll paste that here. I want to clean this up. So I want to select all employees with the first name Elvis and gender being equal to male or gender being equal to female. I terminated. Let me clean it up. So this is what I want. So if I'm keen on this, if you are new to SQL, what you may think is that, okay, I'm going to get the names of all Elvises, irrespective of whether they are male or female. Let's just key it in and see what we get. I can use the splits here. So the first point of call is to check the output action here. You see, we have 120,201, and that is a bit ridiculous because you can't even have such 120,000 people called Elvis in one database, I mean in one company. And even here, when you look at this first name column where we stated that we needed a first name with Elvis, what we see is that we have some like Bezalel Aneke. So there is a problem with our syntax and we need to solve it. Now, the first step is that this is how SQL works. Whenever you are combining the AND and the OR operators together, SQL always considers the AND first before working on the OR. What do I mean? Per this syntax, SQL is first considering the first name Elvis and the gender M. Like that. This is how it is considering it. I'm just putting the first consideration in parentheses. This is how SQL is considering this syntax. It fetches anybody with the first name Elvis and the gender male, and then goes on to fetch anybody who is a female in this employee table. And that is not what we want. I hope you get it. So I would like to just scroll and see whether I can actually good. So what you see here, you see there is an Elvis here with the first name Elvis and the gender male, because this gender with the inscription male and the Elvis, they are the two statements closer to the AND operator. So SQL considers these two first and then moves on to just get into the employee table and just fetch anybody with a female gender. And that is why we are getting 120,201 return rows. That is not what we want. What we want can be solved by just wrapping this gender in a parenthesis. When we do this, we have solved the problem. And then when we key in Control Enter, we get our 246 rows. Because basically, these two things that I place here, it's a bit redundant if we are in the known that the data does not contain any column, any row in the gender section, which is null. So I'm just trying to say that give me anybody whose first name is Elvis, irrespective of gender, because I'm using both male and female, right? So to confirm that this is right, we have 246 rows here. I'm just going to delete this. Close it and then enter, Control Enter. I get my same 246 rows. You see that the syntax ends at Elvis, but this one was with a gender and then at female. So what's the conclusion? The conclusion is SQL always considers the end before the or, irrespective of the order that these things are placed. And for best practice, it is better for you to first bring in the end and then you wrap the or statement in a parenthesis. Until I see you again, it is bye for now.